StreamYard here. And
And
there
three.
she is. StreamYard has gone live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode number 90 of Keepin It Rio. Episode number 90, I said. That is insane, right?
Man.
Well, we got us a pretty damn good one today, don't we? We got DJ Ant over here. We got Jeremy. We got Chuck. Let me do the intro real quick because it's not banned on the live version of Keepin It Rio. Those that have to watch the recorded versions on Tuesdays are unfortunately left out because it's been banned in 78 countries, but God bless America. Here we go.
Ain't gonna say, hell no.
All right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen, coming at you live on Thursday. It is what day is today? I don't even know. I have a different computer now. It's the 21st or 22nd.
22nd.
The 22nd, everybody. Welcome to Keepin It Rio. Let me share this one real quick on my other Facebook page. And I feel like we are good to go. Let me get that out of here. All right. So now what's up, everybody? Can you hear me good?
Loud and clear.
Anyways, Jeremy, how you doing today?
Good. How are you, Chuck? What's going
Pretty
on?
awesome. Where are you at in the world, if you don't mind me asking? It looks like you're somewhere that's maybe in San Antonio, a Spurs fan cave, potentially.
We are in the Rio Blanco studios live.
Me too. I'm in the Keepin It Rio podcast studio, formerly known as my office.
I'm right across the way.
Oh, hey, check it out. There's Jeremy right over there, Keepin It Rio. And there's Ant. Ant, I know you're somewhere out and about in San Antonio. You've been out all day doing a whole bunch of cool stuff. Where are you at in the world as we speak?
Oh, I am out in the field, Chuck, and it is awesome out here. It's a little hot. No, I'm just kidding. It's good. Had a good little drive to the good old Texas town of Jordanton today. Help out our little man Adam with some truck help he needed. He's doing a big project out there that turned out into probably going to be an even bigger project.
Yep.
Oh my God, Ant.
Oh, he's getting a call.
He's getting a phone call right now. The crew's like, Ant, we need more wood. Ant, we need more stuff. That's going to be an awesome
for more wood. They were just calling me for more wood right now, and that's what happened. So, but yeah, no, after them, tearing off the roof and exposing, the decking, and it's kind of bad. Which the customer, was aware of the potentials, what happened, showed them pictures, and hopefully getting this replaced for them. But it's just it's a massive roof, pretty big.
I like massive roofs that had 4 layers of shingle, or it had a layer of metal and 3 layers of shingles on that bad boy. So props to our crew for getting it all off. We had to replace the decking on like half of it, but hey man, that's what we do, right? Keeping it Rio.
Yeah, keep it Rio.
Keep it.
I do have to say something real quick because I promised I was going to do this. I showed this a minute ago. My friend over in Columbus, Ohio, Ryan Rusi, has man, why is my computer all slow and crappy here? Has wished us what's up Rio Blanco. And you see over here number 19 on the profile there. That's Ryan's son, Jet. And just a minute ago, I showed Jeremy this video, and we're disputing as to whether or not Jet was unfairly punished for a clean hit in his football game the other day and has subsequently been suspended for a game and 3 quarters. So I told Jeremy that I would show this video, and I told Ryan that I would because I'd like everybody's opinion. You can clearly see here at the end, Ryan's response was that it's total bullshit. But I agree. So let's watch this real quick here, fans. I'm going to show you guys what's up. Over here in the corner, you got this receiver right here at the bottom, right? I don't know if you guys can see. He's in a white jersey, right? You see him right there?
Yep.
All right, so watch what's about to happen to this kid. He's going to get lit up hard, but it is a clean hit. So here we go. You see the guy. He's running. Here we go. Bust out in the slot. He's going to make the catch, and then out of nowhere, booyah!
Oh,
Jet Rusi comes in and just lays waste to this guy. But the question is, was that targeting? I don't feel like it was. It looked like he led with the elbow. It doesn't look like helmet to helmet.
that was a clean
It
tackle.
looks like some kid from a high school was just a little too weak and couldn't stand up to Jet Rusi, which I'm not surprised because I'm pretty sure Jet Rusi could beat me up now. But clean hit. I say free Jet. He shouldn't be suspended for tomorrow's game. He's a senior.
Oh,
BS.
man.
You're taking someone's memories away. So Ryan Rusi, I hope you see this. Check it out. We got Joy in the house too. Joy, how are you doing today?
Oh,
We haven't seen Joy in a couple weeks on Keeping It Real. We miss Joy. She's our favorite.
Joy's in the house.
We're happy to have you here with us, Joy.
What is
You're
Joy?
always part of our family at Keeping It Rio. So
Joy,
thank
was
you
that
for being
targeting Joy? Was that a target?
yeah, Joy, do you think that was targeting? I feel like Jet Rusi was screwed on that play. And unfortunately for Jet, the seniors have dinner every Thursday, and it's at this time. So Jet can't be on our program. But see, Ryan's glad that we saw it the same way too. Nobody in the world I've watched more football games with than this guy. So he understands that I don't believe that was targeting at all. Super clean hit. I know Ryan has been training Jet since he was a little boy to make these clean hits that just take people out. I've been there. I've seen it. I actually, for 1 year, took Jet to his football practices when he was in Pee Wees. So I know he's been a hard-hitting linebacker, safety, corner for many, many years.
Lay in the wood.
Feel like Jet got screwed there. Hilliard-Davidson Wildcats, though, best team in the state of Ohio.
Ooh.
Who do you think would win, Jeremy, between Hilliard-Davidson, which has got Jet,
Okay.
and our team that we sponsor here in San Antonio, Sandra Day O'Connor High School Panthers, which another unique thing. The Panthers are actually the rival of the Wildcats in Hilliard. They've got the Hilliard Derby Panthers to go with the Hilliard-Davidson Wildcats. We got the Sandra Day O'Connor Panthers, which has a sweet logo.
They do.
Rio Blanco has been the official roofing company of this company for so long.
Let me see if I got it. Oh, I do.
Uh-oh. Joy here. She's agreeing, though. She agrees with us for sure, but as a mom, someone would pay. Oh, you have your Sandra Day O'Connor shirt. I don't have mine with me today, but we represent Sandra Day O'Connor here in San Antonio, and I found out today Rio Blanco has been the official roofing company of this high school for 6 years, which was 2 years before I was here. Ryan wants to also let us know that Davidson won that 37-14, or they would defeat Sandra Day O'Connor, I believe is what. I believe Ryan is calling Sandra Day O'Connor weak and saying they're going to get beat by Davidson. As someone who grew up in Hilliard and did go to Hilliard-Davidson, maybe. I'm just saying. We all know what happens in Texas. All the good football players leave and go to Ohio to play. So what happens if all the good high school players are already in Ohio?
And then they transfer to Texas.
They go to Texas.
And Ryan Rusi has again said that they would defeat the mighty Panthers.
I don't even know what our record is for that team that we sponsor.
I'm glad you say, because today I found out Sandra Day O'Connor, the Panthers, are now 2-2 on the season. But they are on a 2-game winning streak which are both in their district. So they're undefeated in the district. They lost one game like at the Alamo Dome to start the season, I know, and it was a pretty close game, but they lost one that I saw, lost the second one, but now they're undefeated since. I think we're going to win the district.
Yeah.
I'm saying we, because if you go to Sandra Day O'Connor High School, the tickets have Rio Blanco on it. The shirts have Rio Blanco. They shoot those shirts out into the crowd from what I was told.
Yeah.
You'd think sponsoring this team for the last 3 years of me being here that I would have gone to a game, but
Maybe
I don't know. We should go to a Sandra Day O'Connor High School game wearing our Sandra Day O'Connor shirts.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Really, like, I'll paint my face up. What's their colors? Like gold and blue?
Yeah, I think it's gold and blue. Yeah.
I'll paint my face up scarlet and gray just to be different, but it'll say OC on it. So I think that'll be cool. We do have Davidson, multi-time state champions there. They are 4-1 this year.
So my high school, they are Panthers as well. We're undefeated.
That's the Fort Stockton Panthers?
Fort Stockton Panthers, yes, sir.
We love Fort Stockton as well. So Fort Stockton's undefeated. Sandra Day O'Connor's 2-2. Davidson's 4-1. If you put all three of them on the field at the same time, who wins?
Fort Stockton, hands down.
All right. I disagree. I think Hilliard Davidson would win just because of Jet Rusi. I've known him since
Well,
like
no,
15 years before he was born.
Jet Rusi might probably, lay the wood on some of our guys, but hey, these West Texas kids are tough.
They are pretty tough. They got nothing else to do, man. They go outside and hang Lobos on the goalpost, from what we recall from a previous episode. So lots of determined football players here in Texas, but that's kind of cool. So we saw the deal. Everybody agrees. Jet Rusi is innocent. I suggest you cut this clip up and send it to the Ohio High School Athletic Association. We disagree with that call. That ref was quick throwing that flag out, and he was wrong. So we love you, Jet Rusi. You're a hard-hitting corner. Don't ever lose that.
And he's got some sick bars. That guy can spit.
He's got sick bars. He's got everything, man. He's got good hair. He's got the whole deal going on. I tried to get Jet on here, but like I said, I couldn't get him on here because of his school. But one day, we will have the originator of our first theme song from episode 5, Jet Rusi, on our show. So, anyways,
we need to find that.
We've had some other stuff going on this week, and we're going to cut Keeping It Rio a little short today because we got something cool going on a little bit later that just kind of happened.
Yep.
But there is a few things I did want to mention on today's episode before we did that. Number one, I am now on 10 days of no Zions or C4 drinks at all. No, dude, I'm not. I mean, maybe I am twitching a little bit, but I haven't had any of those things in 10 days. And I do believe my addiction is over, y'all. I don't think I'm addicted to Zions anymore or C4. Now, I did buy these little packets that are like natural energy, no sugar, none of that crap in them. Put it in the water. I took one of those this morning, and I feel pretty amped up still. So I feel like I've overcome some serious adversity. I was talking to the metal lady earlier today, and she told me she loves Coke, and I was like, you know what? You just got to stop. You got to stop drinking that shit. It'll get you.
It'll kill you.
After 19 straight years of every day drinking Zions, Frostberry Blend, or Fruit Punch, I have not had one in 10 days, and damn it.
Orange slice.
I had not had an orange slice or a Skittles or a Starburst, not a lemon Starburst, not an orange, not a cherry or a strawberry, not even the Skittles.
It's pretty tough. Was it tough?
No, to be honest, it hasn't been tough at all. That's the weirdest thing. I'm one of those people, though, and you know me, like, I can just say screw it and like be done with whatever, just cause. I can like make myself be disgusted by things that I loved just yesterday. Like now, if I go drink an energy drink, I'll feel like shit. I won't even enjoy it. I've done that. I did it with cigarettes. I did it with like other stuff. We'll just leave it at that. But
other stuff,
and you can manipulate it, and that's you can. Like, it's just crazy how that works.
My mind is a crazy manipulated thing, to say the very least, and I can convince myself of just about anything. So I've now convinced myself that after 19 years that energy drinks will kill me. So eventually I'm going to die, and I'll probably blame it on that, even though it'll be like me getting hit by a car or shot by somebody. I'm going to still say it was the damn energy drinks that did it.
Yeah.
I'm on the verge of going 90 days like without drinking myself.
What?
Being a DJ, yeah, it's kind of hard. Not that I drink every day, or but just
I'm not sure what Ryan's saying here, but wanted to throw it.
Please me some Coke
and other stuff. Gotcha, bud. That's my friend Ryan. We've been best friends for a long time, so yes, he knows. And I had my friend Dimitri on here the other day, so it's not like I'm hiding.
That's pretty good. Ain't going 90 days, you said?
Yeah, I think I just with things that have been going on, experience and stuff that I've been working with. I saw something that just kind of popped up out there. Try going 90 days sober, and it's weird. When you say 90 days sober, it just nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody sober is kind of like it feels weak. It feels like you're but I don't know. I saw it says go 90 days sober just for the hell of it, and see if you want to continue drinking after that. And I guess 9 times out of 10 people just stop. But that's something that maybe that will be on my kind of Chuck inspired me to do that. But with drinking, people pass you shots all the time, and when you're DJing.
There you go, man. That's the number one rule. Dude, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome back to Keepin' It Rio, OG original, our favorite panelist of all time, coming straight to you from East Texas right now. Ladies and gentlemen, the solar expert himself. Look at this. Eric is back. Eric, we've missed you. It's been like 3 weeks or 4 weeks since you've been on Keepin' It Rio. What's been going on?
Almost missed this one too.
I know, but you didn't, because we wanted you to tell us a funny story about something that happened to you today or yesterday. So, Eric, because you're here, we're giving you the floor. Tell us a funny story. Look, Ant just bounced. He said, "Screw it, man." Eric's back.
No, I'm here. He's in the background. I see him. I hear him.
Oh, you see him?
I hear him.
Okay. All right. So, anyways, Eric, how's everything going? Your connection looks amazing today, I might say. I like your thing in the background there, the Schugel family with the state of Texas.
Nice.
That's new.
Yeah. Things are awesome. New.
Things are awesome. Eric, you had a big week this past week, right? You had your anniversary.
Yeah, last week. This week.
Hey, check it out. It's DJ Ant. He's here.
Yeah, last week we golfed.
Oh, baby.
This week it's been massive. We did a solar and a battery install, and we had a Franklin engineer come. That was not great.
Yeah, let's hear a little bit about that. You had an engineer come out to your solar build, and tell us a little bit about your experience, Eric. We know you're an expert in solar, but from what I've been told, maybe you're not. Maybe you don't know anything, and some dude with a pretty awesome name tried to punk you out.
Yeah, I was in communication with a guy named KB. He's an installer. He's going to come out and do this and help us out with our first Franklin battery from California. He contacted me last week and said that he can't make it. He has a conference to go to, so he's going to send this engineer Prime. I said, no problem. Well, KB had everything already. Nothing was an issue. And then Prime needed to have the plans. We gave them to him, and instantly we had to change them. So we did, and find out that we really shouldn't have changed anything. And I don't think Prime, honestly, I mean, he knows the battery and everything, but he's an engineer, but I don't think he's an actual installer. So ran into some hiccups. But yeah, we're fine. We got it pretty much finished today. We'll be hooking it, turning it on tomorrow.
Now, hey, look at Ant right here. He's got the most beautiful thing. Oh yeah, that ain't beautiful.
I forgot
to mention that too. Yeah, my truck got smashed the other day by some guy. Mm-hmm. Hey, look, it's Iverson. Hey, buddy.
Yeah. Marshall's here.
Where's Marshall? I don't see him. I hear Marshall. He's starting to talk now. Hey, bud.
Say
we haven't seen these guys for a while.
Say hi. Don't just wave.
Hi.
They both said hi. I love it. I expected now. It's been like 4 weeks since we've seen Marshall. I expected him to have like a whole speech prepared.
No.
I like it. So anyways, yeah, Ant just showed a picture of my truck. I did get the green machine got wrecked the other day, which was terrible, but hopefully we'll get that fixed. No problems, right?
Hopefully.
All right, I do. Hey, someone here's calling. It's like people are texting me and they know what's going on, that they know what I'm going to ask next at the Keepin' It Rio thing, but let's just keep on trucking. We got a short one today because me and Jeremy are going to an event tonight. Jeremy, why don't you tell the fans what event we're going to?
Oh, yeah. I just ended up randomly getting a couple of tickets to a comedy show for tonight. And I'm not too sure who is familiar with this guy, but I am. He's really funny. Steve Trevino. He's a funny dude. He's actually from Corpus.
You said Rick Trevino?
No.
He's a singer. He's the bomb, though.
Yeah, Steve Trevino's a comedian. He's originally from Corpus, blew up real big. He's got a couple of Netflix specials, and now he lives in California. But he comes down to Texas, and he does his tours. And he's a funny guy, man. You're gonna like it, I think, Chuck. He's good.
I will. So why don't you tell us a little bit about how these tickets just happen to randomly fall in your laps? I think it's a pretty interesting story. Not as interesting as Eric having to deal with this guy Prime.
Yeah,
which I feel like Eric left a little bit of the details out, probably for the sake of not, Prime probably is watching Keepin' It Rio. Let's be honest. Since you've been on last, Eric, a lot of people.
Any details out because nobody's watching. But what do you want me to
look
tell?
Look at him. He's back. Eric's back.
Eric, I'll tell you what, you missed the sales evangelist episode. That thing had like 3,500 views, man. That ain't no joke. Like, we're starting to pick up some steam here.
But want to hear something else? It's kind of crazy.
Hey, dude, Eric, you don't join us long enough, so now we need to hear everything every time you're on.
I'll tell you something funny that happened today. So, because I'm putting that card show out of the office this weekend. So I have signs in front of the office that says card show, whatever. An older lady stopped by, and if you remember Prime, so same culture, so race, awesome. So made up for Prime. Okay. She comes in, she goes, "Hey, do you buy cards?" And I said, yes. And she goes, "Okay, my husband had a huge collection. Would you like to look at it?" And I said, "Do you have anything older than the 80s?" And she said, "I think so." So I go to her house, and she shows me a little cabinet, opens it. I'm like, "Okay, I'll buy a few things out of here." I said, I put them on the table. I said, "You go ahead, look online what they're worth, and you tell me. I'll come back tomorrow. You tell me what you want for them." And she goes, No, buy it all. And I said, "Okay." And she goes, "Come with me." Takes me to her bedroom, and the closet is loaded. Sketchy.
I like this story.
And loaded, okay? And I'm like, oh my goodness, like I can't buy all. Marshall, go away. I can't buy all this. And
Marshall, we love you, buddy.
Hey, when you're talking about cards,
anyways, so I said I
Eric's
can't buy all this.
about cards.
I buy all way too much. Anyways, and she goes, "No, you have to. I want it all gone." And there's comics in there, so much. By the way, my car SUV was filled from bottom to top, brim, every single seat and back filled, and I only got half of it. I asked her what she wanted for it, and she goes, $500. I said, okay. I got home, and I'm pulling a lot of it in the house. I'm just putting it down in the den because it's way too much to deal with, and I'm opening the big boxes of 5,500, 3,500 counts to see if anything's top-loaded. First box that's top-loaded, I went through it, and I found two 1986 cards. Both of those cards right there are already worth more than everything I paid for.
We got the mailman and we got Patrick Ewing. Are those rookie cards? 86.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Right off the bat.
And the original first year Fleer. Jordan is worth over 20 grand if I find one in here.
I bet you're going to find at least one.
I now have a really good feeling by finding these. I've already found a handful of Cal Ripken cards autographed also.
Yeah, that's better than buying the buggy.
That's way better than the bargain buggy. My gosh.
Bargain buggy. These
you got a real good bargain buggy.
Man, there's probably like a Babe Ruth in there or something you don't even know about yet. And you're going to find it.
I found 263 Hank Aaron's, a 1973 Havlicek so far. There's some good. I'm coming out way. I'm gonna be
That's
doing
what I'm talking about.
Massive giveaway coming up.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen, on Keeping It Rio. Eric from Any Given Break is going to be doing a massive giveaway. Now, you did mention you've got a card show coming up this weekend over in Tyler, Texas. Why don't you tell the fans a little bit about that? Maybe we can get some people out to buy some of your stuff.
It'll be in Tyler from 10 to 4 this Saturday and 3908 Easy Street. And we're going to have a lot of big-time people coming there and lots of stuff. And if I'm buying out collections, you kind of know what I have. So I've got a pretty big collection also.
Indeed. I believe Eric's collection was valued at like $3.7 million the last time we had it
appraised.
That.
I don't want to be robbed.
Well, hey, bro, when you roll deep like that, that's what happens.
Roy will be there. I'm fine. And another guy came by to check out space today, and he's like, "Are you worried at all about security?" I said, "Not really. I have a guy that open carries." And then he goes, "Oh, great." And then he lifted up his shirt. He's like, "We'll be fine."
Yeah. So, by the time that guy tries to shoot you, Roy will already have him done. So
no, this guy's in the show too. I'm not scared of him. I'm glad he's there.
There you go. Speaking of Roy, you guys gonna have any bounce houses or anything out front for the kids this time? Or
that's funny. We should. I didn't even talk to him about it.
We did do bounce houses at 3908 Easy Street before. We also did a dunk tank. So I mean, I would be happy to go there if we had a dunk tank. I would taunt people and we could like give away free cards to anybody that hit me if you want.
Yep.
Happy to help out, but you know. So the card shows from 10 to 4 at 3908 Easy Street in Tyler, Texas. What kind of assortments of cards are we looking at? Like, what kind of collectors would be best suited to come to yours? NASCAR, UFC?
I have NASCAR. There's UFC. There's everything.
You have the old
Man.
WCW cards too, don't you?
I got that. I got Looney Tunes sealed, lots of sealed, new sports, old sports. Not too much old sealed, but past 85.
But still pretty damn impressive. Eric Schugel, ladies and gentlemen. Any given
There'll be other
break.
people there. Huge collections with the 50s and 60s and 70s. So
Gotta love that. That's amazing. That is awesome. And you're gonna sell tons of cards at the show. I can guarantee that. So that's cool. We don't have a whole lot to talk about here. Me and Jeremy are going to a comedy show here in just a minute. So
that seems awesome.
let's expedite our topics just a bit. So yesterday we were here.
Well, I wanted to hear your story about the truck. How you got
What
Yeah.
truck?
I don't think Eric. Did you tell Eric what happened when you were driving? The guy.
Oh, where I got wrecked on my truck? No, I've tried to block that out of my mind. So the other night I was driving home from our office here in San Antonio, and I was going down Nakoma, and Nakoma turns into Jones Maltzberger right there over the bridge. If anybody's from San Antonio, you know where I'm at. I'm going down there, and there's a school right there. It's not even a school though, Jeremy. It's like an athletic field for
It's a sports complex.
for the high schools,
Blossom
I guess.
Stadium.
What is it?
Blossom Stadium.
Yeah.
Blossom Stadium. Thank you, Aunt. And I was driving near Blossom Stadium, and because we're live on the air, I had both of my hands on the wheel, 10 and 2. I was going 34 and a 35. I had 2 seat belts on. I was good. The kid in the truck was not, however, and it was just a mistake. But I do want to tell you guys, it was very heroic, and I could be dead right now. If I hadn't been such a tremendous driver, I might actually be dead, and my truck might be gone. So I'm driving down the road, just going minding my own business, doing my thing on my way home, right? Had a great day. I was smiling. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, comes this truck, and he's just sitting there. And as here I come. And just when I got here, the dude gassed it and just freaking hit me. But I steered Ricky Rudd style from NASCAR because I learned all about how to drive from Ricky Rudd. I turned out of it, and all it did was basically just scrape all the way down my it scraped all the way down my side of my truck. It ruined my truck wrap. But the funny part was when the guy got out, he tried to insinuate that somehow it was my fault. And if you've ever been in an accident scene with me, Ryan Rusi has on several occasions, you know for a fact that's not the right approach. Don't ever try to make it out like it's my fault, especially if it's not. And we very quickly agreed that it was not my fault. I was very adamant about it. But yeah, the mirror got smashed out of it. So now I'm driving around town. I can't see. It's dangerous enough with the Dodge Durango. Like the design of it's not right. Like there's blind spots. But it's even worse when you can't see out of the right mirror, which is probably the most important safety equipment you have. So here I am. I'm just doing my thing. But that's what happened in my truck. It sucked. It was some bullshit, and the guy tried to blame it on me, but it wasn't my fault. So we took care of that. But I was going to mention one other thing. We've got our assortment of thump sauces in the back here. Yesterday, we got to try out a new thump. We got some pizza here in the office, right? And we tried out
pizza places.
A local pizza place. It was called Small. What was it called? Small Cesaro's or something like that. It was Little Caesars, everybody. Let's just be honest. It was Little Caesars. And we put some Thump Old World Italian sauce on there. And I'm not going to lie, I am going to have hopefully Chef Will from Thump on here pretty soon to discuss how he makes this stuff. But that was some pretty damn good Old World Italian. Would you guys agree?
It really was.
Yeah, it's got like the little sauce. It almost has like a spaghetti sauce base to it.
Yep.
And I'm not going to lie. Tasted great yesterday, but the combination of Thump, Old World Italian, and Little Caesars, it led to a little bit of a rough patch there for me this morning. I wasn't feeling so good. I've been eating pretty healthy, so when you throw some Little Caesars and Thump sauce on there, it can mess with you a little bit. So
Yeah.
But it was tasty. I agree. Anybody that wants to try the finest assortment of sauces in the world, we got Thump. So we're 6:29. We're going to end this in like 10 minutes. So let's go with the speed round, okay? We always go. We already talked about our high school football. We showed the hit. Eric, did you see that hit earlier that Jet Rusi put on that got called targeting? and he got suspended for a game in 3/4 of his senior year of high school. Did you see that
Oh
hit?
man, I hate that.
Did you see the hit?
No.
You want to see it real quick? I want to show it to you. That way you can tell us what you think too, because I believe that.
I guarantee I've made way dirtier hits when I was in high school.
Oh, dude, this is not even dirty. This is nice. Okay, so
well, I'm just saying I can already picture 2 in my head that I would have been suspended.
you see this kid right here that's in the slot?
Yep.
Right there.
I think I know what's going to happen.
You know what's going to happen. So Jet Roosie's going to lay this kid out. You ready? Here we go. He cuts down. He makes the catch. Now out of nowhere, watch the. Oh!
Yeah, that's a good hit.
That's clean, right? There was nothing dirty going on. Jet Roosie has been punished. He didn't deserve it. He got the Jim Tressel because Terrell Pryor got a tattoo. Jet laid a clean hit on a kid that was too weak to get up, and therefore he got punished. So I shout out again to Ryan Roosie. We believe in your son, Jet. I've known him since 15 years before he was born, and I stand behind him 100%. But that brings up 2 other things before we call it a day. Number 1, Jeremy's favorite team finally won a game this week. Dak to the Future was actually Dak on the bench. Mm-hmm. And what happened? Like Dak to the Future was Gonzo, and it was almost like the old mid-90s Cowboys came to play. Like,
right, it's rush hour now.
It's rush hour. We can definitely stand behind this guy because he doesn't look like he should be a badass quarterback in the NFL. So I'm going to definitely root for him. And he's now 2-0 as a starter in his career, but I feel like the Cowboys might have a chance at the playoffs now.
And we play Monday night against the Giants. The Giants are undefeated too, I believe. Or
the Giants are pretty tough. They got Saquon again, and it looks like Saquon's back to being before he got destroyed by Ohio State in college. Saquon, he's finally got his confidence back 4 years later. So that should be a pretty good game. Who you got in the Giants Cowboys next week? Just by chance, I'm taking the Giants just cause.
I can't.
I'll be honest, I'm not taking the Giants. Screw that. I feel dirty even saying that. I live in Texas. I'm not a Cowboys fan, but I live in Texas, so
I can't bet against my boys. That's why I don't bet, because I bet with my heart instead of like with my head, and that's what gets me in trouble.
Oh, that's why I'm always last place in fantasy football. I pick nothing but Ohio State players, and there are 57 Ohio State players in the NFL, so I got more than enough to fill out a roster. Yep. The problem is they're not all stars. They are in my mind, but Ted Ginn Jr., when he was 15 years into the league, probably shouldn't have been my starting wide receiver. But you know what? I did okay with him. So I like that. We do got a game tonight.
I don't even know who's playing.
Tonight's game is it features 2 of the most whack teams in the NFL, and one of which I've been a fan for most of my life, but I hate them now, which is the Cleveland Browns.
Okay.
They're the Browns. I can't even say anything good about them at this point. I used to like them back in the day. Now I don't even care. And they're playing another shit team, which is I can't even choose a winner here because both are so bad and they both suck. Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm saying it. We got Cleveland and Pittsburgh. And just a few moments ago, I got a text message from a good friend of mine, which I believe was my friend Rodney Lawson, who has said that Cleveland is going to win tonight. He's calling it now. Now, I'm going to say this. Cleveland, they just got beat by the New York Jets, and Joe Flacco is the quarterback of the New York Jets. So how anybody could even think that Cleveland could beat anybody at this point is rough. But Joe Flacco, and he threw the touchdown to former Ohio State great for his first ever NFL touchdown, Garrett Wilson, out of Austin, Texas, baby. He went to Ohio State because that's where all the good Texas players go.
A lot of people come from Texas.
A lot of good people. Eric does. Look at that thing in the background. Eric's now a native Texan, just like me.
Speaking of that, check this shit out, Chuck.
And look, Ryan Roosie, he's still watching. Garrett Wilson, dude. That's right. Garrett Wilson defeated the Browns. Oh, my God. Orlando Pace.
Look at the number. 1 of 1.
Wow.
This is a certified Hall of Famer with a 1 of 1 auto. Dude, Orlando Pace. Do you know what Orlando Pace invented, Eric? You know.
Pace pecani sauce.
No. He invented the pancake block. Orlando Pace invented the pancake
block.
He did. He is the pancaker. He was the guy who he always was getting pancakes, then it became a thing. So
Nice.
Orlando Pace. So who do you got tonight? The Browns or the Ryan Rusey? He wants that card, Eric. Dude, if you saw some of the cards that Eric Schugel has gotten me, I got some Justin Fields rookie cards. I got some
That
Brutus
card's just
Buckeyes.
sitting right next to me. You have no idea what I have.
Did you get that card from today?
No.
Do you got this one though? Still, this is my favorite of all time. It's the Al Bundy polka. Well, what do you
I've
mean?
not gone through my set yet. I might have that.
You might have 2 or 3 of them, but
You
are
have
they
no
autographed?
idea.
Probably
You
not,
have
because
no
mine's a one of
idea.
one.
There's 1,000 comic books in this thing. I found a whole bunch of like sealed DC cards, Hulk cards, and stuff from the 80s. Like there's
That
90.
lady. I mean, she didn't know. She asked her price and you gave it to her, but
if
damn.
I find an 86 Jordan, I'm gonna go back there and give her $5,000.
Jeez.
So somehow Eric's gonna just not find one.
No,
What if you find 3 of them? You're gonna give her 15 G's? You're just gonna
$15,000.
give
I
her.
will.
All right,
I'm not
hey.
gonna lie. I will. I'll show them on here. I'll walk to her and I'll show you giving her $15,000. I'll sell one of the cards. I have to sell one first, but then I will.
Okay.
I will not.
There you go. Lady that Eric just bought $500 worth of like $1 million cards from. If he has an 86 Michael Jordan, you'll be getting
$1 million in there. I'm gonna give her
$5,000.
more than that. There's not $1 million in there.
There could be. If there is $1 million, are you going to then give her $500 million?
That doesn't make any sense.
$5,000 million? What would it be? $5 billion at that point?
No. How am I? I can't give her
50 million?
Can't give her that much for $1 million.
I'm so scared. I don't even know math anymore. God. If I went back to school, they'd teach it totally different. But that's good. So you got the Steelers tonight, Eric, or you got the Browns? You're the expert here. You know football. You're a big Minnesota Vikings fan as well, which they shit the bed pretty hard the other day. Right when Kirk Cousins was looking like maybe an MVP in week 1.
Never looks like an MVP.
I know. You said it, not
me.
me.
Win. Probably the Browns. Who's home? I'm going to put it on the home team tonight.
I don't know who's home. Let's find out real quick. Where is the Cleveland Browns Pittsburgh Steelers game going to be played this evening? Siri doesn't even know. We're going to say it's going to be in Pittsburgh. It's probably not, but we'll go with Pittsburgh, and we'll say
home. I'm going with the home team.
I normally would go with the home team, but I have decided ever since this Deshaun Watson deal, I'm not rooting for the Browns anymore. I'm done.
There you go.
The Browns actually made me root for Baker Mayfield. Okay, it looks like Ryan is saying that they're playing in Cleveland. So there you go. I actually became a Baker Mayfield fan for 1 week while I was rooting for him for the Panthers, but
I guess I'm going to be cheering for the Browns tonight.
All right, see? And it sounds natural. It looks good. Eric's a Browns fan tonight.
Yep, me too. I
spent my entire life hating everything in Pittsburgh, so I'm going to pretend like this Cleveland team doesn't exist. And this is the team that has like Bernie Kosar, Kevin Mack, all those guys on it. And I'm going to go with the Browns. Dog pound. It's unanimous. We're going to win. So,
believe land.
That's cool. Couple final details here. I do have another Keepin' It Rio that I'm doing tomorrow. We're going to be interviewing Stan Bastick, the vice president of sales and marketing for Atlas. That should be pretty stellar, I think. That's a pretty awesome guest for Keepin' It Rio. And I do encourage everybody to watch the episode from this week, which was Deshaun Bryant, the roof hustler. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see that or not, but outstanding.
Deshaun is the man.
Deshaun brought some serious heat. He even mentioned Eric Schugel by name twice. Hey, and Ryan wants us to know, hey, thanks for having Jets back. You know that. You know that. I feel like a very small part of me is a part of Jets football career because when he played for the Hilliard Spartans, I did take him to his practices every night. So we got that going for us. We're going to end Keeping It Real. We're going somewhere. Iverson has something to say. Iverson, what would you like to say, my friend? You said bye or hi? Hi, buddy. How you doing?
Good.
How's school?
Good.
You making some new friends?
No.
No, not yet.
Some girlfriends?
Chip off the old block. Iverson got some girlfriends? Is that what you hear? Has Iverson been riding the school bus?
Yeah.
Do you like it? It's like, it's all right. It's not as cool as when my dad takes me to school, but you know. Well, that's good. Anybody got anything you'd like to end this with? Like I said, Deshaun Bryant was an amazing one. I almost said Deshaun Watson because I was still thinking about old dude from the Browns, but Deshaun Bryant was a good one. Stan Bastic tomorrow. And ladies and gentlemen, since Ryan Rusey is watching, I did get a confirmation for what's going to be the biggest guest ever in the history of Keeping It Rio. Jeremy knows who it is. It's someone with the same first name as Jeremy. But this is going to happen sometime in the next week or two. So stay tuned, because when I say it's going to happen, it's going to happen.
Yep.
And Ryan Rusey will know for a fact that for 20 some years, this has been a legitimate thing for me. So it'll be the biggest guest we've ever had. Stay tuned for that. We're going to go see, what was this guy's name? Steve
Trevino.
Steve Trevino tonight at a place downtown. Jeremy, you never told us how you got the tickets, though.
Oh, yeah. Real quick. So I had a friend on Facebook who was asking if she knew, or if her Facebook friends knew anybody in Fort Stockton, my hometown, that was going door to door selling solar. Apparently somebody went door to door and ended up at her parents' house and kind of, I guess, bamboozled them into doing solar. And so I told her that I could help if she needed solar. Gave me the whole story, how they just didn't give them a contract, didn't leave a business card. They just took the information, took their bank information, took a picture of it, and just proceeded to run a loan to get them solar. And so she did a bunch of investigating on her own and with her friends on Facebook and tracked this company down, tracked the actual salesman down, and got them to cancel the loan because they were being real shady. So
it just goes to show a couple things, right? And Eric does a lot of solar too. So you guys know when we talk to homeowners, they're very skeptical of this because of bullshit like that. People that go and take advantage of people that don't know what they're doing. It's ruining it for everybody. So stop, guys. And I'm glad that your friend was able to do that. So you helped. And because of that, you were gifted with tickets to a comedy show that we're about to go to. So
for sure.
Pretty exciting stuff. So we're getting ready to head out. Like I said, tomorrow, Stan Bastic, that's going to be a freaking big one. Everybody that knows me knows I'm a big Ohio State Buckeye fan. Again, Ryan Rusey it's been my best friend for like 30 years. He knows we watch more Buckeye games together than anything. Stan Bastic is a big Michigan fan, so we should have a great one. Oh, look, we got Marshall.
These boys are wild. It's so hard to be on the show. They're so loud the whole time.
That's what we love about him, though. We missed him. We've missed him. We had Christopher on last week, but Ant had his noise-canceling headphones on, so we didn't even get to hear him screaming. So it's always good. And, Eric, it's always nice to have you on Keeping It Rio. You're one of the originals. You've kind of come to a part-time role now as a panelist on Keeping It Rio, which makes it even more special when you're here. So we appreciate that. Before we end it, we're going to end it under 45 minutes today, Eric. I've been going over. Last week, our Keeping It Rio was an hour and a half long.
Yep.
It was. We had Adam on here. We had Ant. We had all kinds of new stuff going on. But you know what? This right here is the original, and this is the one that's my favorite. So, Eric, why don't you tell us something wise before we call it a day?
Yeah.
You haven't done any wise words in a while.
I just want to go back to outside unloading my car. That's all.
Nice. I like it. I like it. Eric, did you see by chance we got a new sponsor down here in the bottom right? We got the Hook Agency now as well.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah, we got some more sponsors. We're working on that. So Eric's words of wisdom is he wants to go outside and finish cleaning out his car. He's cleaned out someone else's house, so now he's got to fill up more space in his house to get more stuff. Are you going to go back tomorrow and pick up the second half?
Oh, instantly because of what I found. I can't let it sit. I can't let the lady call her kids and be like, "Hey, I sold all that for $500."
Right. I sold it to a guy named Sherrick Oogle.
Oh, she's got my solar card. She's interested.
There you go. See, say we can't help you out. We'll clean out your house and we'll give you a better solar bill. So that's awesome.
On the way home, gave it to the owner of the gas station and told him to talk to your accountant, call me back. I'll do a free proposal. And he said, okay,
I like that.
Do it. So,
hey, we handed a card out to a strange couple today at Jason's Deli at lunch. And I'll be honest with you, dude, this is where I get myself in trouble. And Jeremy's already laughing because I strike up random conversations. I'm like Eric. I just, like the copier guys in here. I'm like, hey, bro, what's your roof look like? You got solar? Well, these folks were beside us, and they looked like a nice older couple to me, and they were, but I struck up a random conversation, and next thing you know, for like 20 minutes, this dude was standing over me while I was trying to eat my salad. And it was very awkward. So sometimes you have to be a little careful when you're being outgoing, but that's what we do. We like to rustle up business. So anyways, Jeremy, you got anything smart, funny, emphatic you'd like to end the day with?
I don't, but we've been going out door knocking, and that's been pretty fun. So,
dude, we've been door knocking like champions too.
Yeah,
we've hit probably, I don't even know how many, but
we've been doing miles. Was it 3 miles yesterday?
I did 3 miles yesterday walking, so it was cool. I don't get any luck with people, but Jeremy gets all of them to talk to him. So
yeah, we got a few, so it'll be good.
I was walking down the street. I looked back and I was like, dude, where's Jeremy at? He's gone. This dude was inside a house for like 45 minutes chatting, drinking some soda with the lady. I'm walking around like, dude, I think my guy's been kidnapped. I don't know what's going on. I called the cops.
Yep.
After I dissed the cops, I called them to the office, and then I left before they got here. So
right.
That's what we've been doing. So anyway, we're about to head downtown to this comedy show, Keepin It Rio, episode number 90. Steve Trevino. We'd like to thank our friend Eric for being here. It's always a pleasure when Eric Schugel joins the broadcast.
Oh, I'm gonna have a handful of gems next week.
So you're saying you'll be here next week? I love it. Thank you, Eric. Yeah. Marshall.
You're gonna be here next week.
All right. Well, Iverson, do you have anything you'd like to say before we call it a day? Would you like to say anything to our audience? Iverson's like, deuces. He's like, keep on keeping it real.
All right.
We're out then. We'll see you guys next week. Episode 90. Episode 91 is Tuesday. Stan Bastic from Atlas, and go back and watch Deshaun Bryant because you'll learn something for sure. So until next week, keeping it Rio.